Howdy, out today is October 18th. I am about to treat this hive with some oxalic acid. There's a few of those little yellow jacket things that are bothering some of my bees. For whatever reason, he keeps wanting to attack this poor little one here. He'll come after me. But my little bee was not winning that fight. Let's see if I can help him, but I have about 10-ish minutes until this thing warms up, so it takes a little bit. But that's the oxalic acid right there. I did catch a little whiff of it the other day. It wasn't very pleasant, so I'll probably wear a mask, but it's just really high concentrations. Like I said, it's a naturally occurring compound. It's found even in, like rhubarb leaves. So it's just, yeah, really potent. But while that's warming up, I'm gonna save my little bee that fell down there. For those that are relatively new following along, this is actually where I started my farm. So I had a chicken coop there, and well, let me turn you around. So the first coop I built was over here, which now along the wood line at my current property, it was that middle coop that was sitting there. I moved that. Back in the woods has already grown up so much. I had my first beehive back there. Can't even see the stand anymore because it's swallowed it up. Over here, surprisingly, not completely swallowed up by woods again, but I had my other coop, which is the furthest one, or the closest one to the pigs along the wood line there. Picked that coop up and moved it. So this is where it all started. I used to have a little net out here, and I'd let the chickens run around every now and then. And got another beehive out here, but I started with 16 buff Orpingtons, and that's where it went from there. So now we're up to about 300 birds on the farm, which is crazy to think. The light's blue, so let's add it. I have a mouse guard on this hive, so it's kind of hard to get that in there, but most of it's going in there, so I'm not too terribly worried. But the bees really don't care, which is nice. This is actually just steam, but that's about what it looks like coming out of there. That's just to clean it out a little bit for when it's done, but super quick, super simple, and they're good to go now. And last but not least, we have one more hive to do over here. This white hive hadn't been looking so hot for a little while. I put a feeder on them and just nothing. I think something happened to their queen. I couldn't find her. There wasn't a lot of brood going on. Then I found the queen. I mean, she looked fine, but I don't know, that hive just died out. Something weird happened with that. But these guys are still going strong. I lifted up the hive and it's nice and heavy, so that's good. Maybe they went over there and robbed them out. I don't know. But I do have the entrances closed down really tight, so that shouldn't have been a big issue, but something happened. So anyways, I've got this thing heating up. This battery makes it nice and portable, so I don't have to plug it into an outlet. So give it a couple minutes, let it heat up, and get these guys treated. It feels so good outside. Got a nice little breeze, sun's out, beautiful, perfect temperature. But we do have a thunderstorm rolling in here in a couple hours, so we really need the rain, so I'm not complaining. But it would be nice to get some more stuff done, but there's just not enough time to do it. As far as, plastic or roofing or anything like that. But because it is going to rain, I do need to get the tarp off of this other coop and put it over the coop that the chicks are in. Got the second tarp on. That feels much better. This tarp's slightly better than the other one. There's still just a few tiny little rips, but nothing terrible. I don't have this held on really great because I'm going to be taking it off here soon, but some zip ties hold it down good enough for this storm, and then hopefully the tarps I ordered will come here in the next day or two and we can get those on. But for now, the little chickies are going to go through their first thunderstorm. It's starting to get dark, so I better hurry and get on chores. I've got about 36 minutes to get it done. And happy 6 months to the pigs. They're 6 months old today. They've got another month, and then it's gonna be B-Day for them, so let me get y'all fed. So they're now up to 18 pounds of grain a day. doors are done with 15 minutes to spare. It was lightly kind of spitting out there, but nothing bad. The main storm will be here pretty soon though, so we'll be getting rain for about 5 hours, which is great because it is so dry out there. Howdy out. Today is October 20th. I'm heading to the feed barn, but it just occurred to me that I don't have my wallet, so it looks like we're not going to do that. I'm going to bypass that and we'll just head out to the farm. The roof's coming along pretty easily. Just a couple more panels to put on here, and then we have one coop done. The roof on one coop is now done, which is a great feeling. So I went to grab some egg cartons out of the back of my car, and when I opened up the back door, my wallet was sitting back there. So that's frustrating. I had it the whole time, but oh well. I had enough food to get through today, so I'll head back up tomorrow and grab food. Howdy out. Today is October 22nd. It's currently about 52 degrees, but with the wind, it's in the mid 40s. It's cold. I know I shouldn't be complaining yet because it's not even really that cold, but for me it's cold. We will be getting potentially a light frost tonight. We're getting down to, I want to say it was 33, and then tomorrow is going to be 30 something low again. We had a nice warm start to October, which I appreciate, so it's time for it. I'm not ready for it, but it is what it is. I'm just happy we had enough warm weather this fall, even though it always transitions so quick. It never feels like fall, but I'm currently filling up the pig's water and then probably get out of here. It's too cold. October 24th. There's the frost. Yep, it looks like that frost we got last night did everything in. These were my watermelon that looked good yesterday, but you can see they're all dark brown, ugly. You can't even see the pumpkins anymore, all withered away. So I think that watermelon I had my eye on is good, so I'll get that one. I'll check a couple others, but they're clearly done. So close to getting some decent sized pumpkins, so that's a bummer. You can see the frost even kind of messed with the top of them. But here is my largest one. I could have covered it up, but almost, you guys. Should dig up some horseradish. But yeah, they're all kind of heaped and piled over here. Luckily, my mom came out and picked a ton of stuff the other day, so we did get some stuff before the frost. So we should have enough tomatoes to fill orders for today and tomorrow. But we're pretty much done at that point. Eggplant is a little wilty, but not bad. I feel like that could come out of it, but everything else is pretty well done after that. It's currently 56. It doesn't feel half bad out, but when that breeze picks up, it's not real nice. Had a fun little development yesterday when my mom was picking things up. It was kind of dark in the barn. It was later in the evening. The main door was open, but the garage door was down. She said she looked over and she saw something big in the barn, like small cat big, weasel, something like that. And it was in front of the refrigerators and bolted. She didn't see what it was, but she said there's something in my barn. So I don't know what. Maybe a rat, weasel, mink, I don't know. But I did buy a bunch of little glue traps. That was primarily for mice, just because I hate setting mouse traps. I didn't catch anything overnight, but I feel like I should have. I bought a pack of 60. I think I put at least 40 down. Didn't catch one yet, so I don't know. I don't think those will work too well against a rat, a weasel, or a mink, other than making them angry. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that just yet, but I did see something interesting over by the stairs. So over here, there is a decent sized hole, something that dug in. There was originally one here, but we filled it in. It wasn't quite that size, so it's a little larger. But when you go look in the chicken coop that's right behind here, you can definitely tell something's been there. So back over here, you can definitely tell something has been digging. This door's been closed, so it's not gonna be anything real big. But you can see it dug in there. Who knows, it could be living behind the straw pile. But we've got a little mound of dirt here. It's the same thing that was in the other chicken coops where my chicks were disappearing. So maybe it is a rat. I don't know, but I haven't seen them. So I got tons of tomatoes in here. But over in this other coop, this door was cracked open. And let me open it. I saw this. Something came and nibbled on it. Rat, raccoon, don't know, because once again this door was open. But I don't really want to go tromping around in there. Something come chew my leg off. But I don't know what I've got going on here. Probably a rodent problem. I don't think many other things would do that. But over in the far coop by the pigs was where I was losing all my chicks. But it's a little bit of the same signs. This looks more like a mole. You can see it's kind of raised up. Oh, 1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Okay, back at it now. So, over in here, you can see it's the same sort of thing. We have a big mound of dirt and some holes kind of all dug in here. But the interesting thing about this hole is whatever it is rather smart. Let me show you. Because on all my coops, I put, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 foot. This one's quite big. It goes all the way out to here, but whatever it is was smart enough to tunnel outside of that and get up underneath it. So I'm thinking it is probably a rats at this point, because rats will typically take chicks, stuff them away, and that was what was happening. I found the one dead one here, and then it kind of tipped me off, and then I found, you know, another 1 or 2 wedged under there. So that is an issue I will need to address. Luckily, they don't mess with adults, but I do worry about my younger birds because they would love to nibble on these guys. So far, they're looking good. I'm keeping them away from the buildings a little bit just to keep whatever it is away from them a little bit, but they're getting big. Still got their heat lamps. About to have to move this cord and plug it in over by the pigs. They had some cold nights. I was using these to help block the wind, but well, we'll see what sort of rodent I have. I'll probably set up a trail cam. I'm interested to know. It seems I have taken all my trail cams home, so I don't have anything here that works. I have one that needs batteries. I don't have any batteries on me at the moment either, so we'll put it out tomorrow.